The boat capsized. Help! The cold river water covered my mouth and nose, and I realized that I was reborn. Wu Hongbing and I went to the town to buy wedding supplies, but the boat capsized when we came back. Wu Hongbing wanted to save his neighbor's sister Sun Xiuyan, but I grabbed her tightly. When he came back to save people, Sun Xiuyan was almost drowned. From then on, her body became weak. I felt guilty about her and took care of her everywhere. I didn't expect that my husband would stay chaste for his sister for his whole life. It made my marriage with him for more than 30 years a joke. This time, let them get married. After falling into the water in my previous life, I learned to swim and became a swimming champion. Seeing Wu Hongbing next to me swimming hard towards Sun Xiuyan, I turned around and swam in the opposite direction. Not far away, a mother and son shouted for help in panic, clinging to the man who was about to rescue them. Seeing that the 3 people were about to sink, I knocked out the struggling woman with a knife. After saving the woman and the child, I was about to go ashore, but I found that the man had sunk and disappeared in the water. After hesitating for 3 seconds, I turned back. When I dragged him to the shore, I found that the thick bandages wrapped around the man's arms and waist were stained with blood. The man was probably in his 30s, with handsome features and a slender figure. The most hateful thing was that he was a big man, but his eyelashes were longer than mine. Seeing that he was not breathing at all, I quickly gave him artificial respiration. After a while, he coughed and vomited all the water in his stomach. I breathed a sigh of relief, but a circle of people surrounded me, pointing at me. How shameless. They kissed. Yes, the clothes were torn, and it wasn't even dark yet. Why are there so many people watching? And they just hugged and kissed each other. Without even moving away. Couples nowadays are so shameless. I twitched my lips, forgetting that it was the 1970s, the era when men and women had to get married if they held hands. I actually gave artificial respiration to a strange man in front of so many people. I turned around and shouted to the crowd, "What are you looking at? There are still people in the river. Go down and save them." The crowd immediately dispersed to watch the excitement in the river. The man sat up and was very close to me. The strong hormones rushed towards me, and a heat rose from my heart, making me blush inexplicably. I realized belatedly that my body was still that of an 18-year-old girl. The man looked at me with deep eyes and said in a hoarse voice, "Thank you for saving me. If you don't mind, I will be responsible for you." GU Seizure, Group 1, Team 4, Qinghe Village, unmarried, the only son in the family, both parents are alive. The man's voice was brief and powerful. Describing his situation, I was about to answer when a high-pitched voice sounded not far away. "Ji Xinghe, Xinghe, where are you?" I gritted my teeth and said to the man, "You are not responsible. Take care of yourself first. You are injured." Seeing that the bandage on his stomach was stained red with blood, I took out a few newly bought handkerchiefs from my pocket and bandaged him. In my previous life, the occupational disease of being a nurse recurred. I don't want the person I saved with great effort to die from excessive bleeding again. After everything was done, I clapped my hands, stood up and left. My name is Ji Xinghe. When I came to Wu Hongbing, he was holding the trembling Sun Xiuyan in his arms and looking around anxiously. Seeing me, he was relieved, but angrily said, "Where have you been? I've been calling you for a long time, and we're all worried." "I've brought the backpack back. You quickly find a piece of clothing and put it on Xiuyan. She's frozen." Sun Xiuyan's face was pale and shivering. "No need, Brother Hongbing. Sister Xinghe also fell into the river. Let her wear it." Seeing Sun Xiuyan again, I felt complicated. Thinking of those photos in my previous life, I sank my face. The clothes in the bag are all wet. What's the point of wearing them? Are you stupid? Go home quickly. I carried the backpack and left. This is the dowry my parents bought for me. I don't want to marry Wu Hongbing, so I have to take all the dowry back. When we arrived at the entrance of the village, Wu Hongbing said shyly, "Xinghe, can you give that thermos to Xiuyan first? Winter is coming soon. She is not in good health, and it will be more convenient to have a water bottle." I stared at him with wide eyes. In my previous life, because he saved me first, I felt guilty and gave the thermos to Sun Xiuyan without hesitation. But this time, I didn't even touch him. But he still made such a request. I raised my voice and said, "This is my dowry. You want me to give it away? Sun Xiuyan's face turned pale, and she shook her head repeatedly, pulling Wu Hongbing and said, "Brother Hongbing, I can't take it, this is my sister-in-law's thing." She coughed violently after she finished speaking, but her eyes were fixed on the thermos. Wu Hongbing said angrily, "Xinghe, we are about to get married, what's the difference between you and me? Xiuyan and I grew up together, just like my sister. As a sister-in-law, you gave her a thermos, what's wrong?" I took the opportunity to say, "Wu Hongbing, we haven't gotten married yet, and you scolded me for an outsider. You treat outsiders better than me. I don't want to marry you, anyway. We haven't got a marriage certificate. Let's break up." I strode home with a backpack on my back. Behind me was Sun Xiuyan's voice. "Brother Hongbing, go and explain to Sister Xinghe. You are all going to get married, don't be angry because of me." But Wu Hongbing said, "I won't go, we haven't even gotten married yet. And she's so jealous, after getting married, I won't have any freedom." I listened to them and quickened my pace home. I opened the door and saw my family alive. I hugged my mother and cried bitterly. My mother saw me wet all over and asked me anxiously what happened. My father and brother also came over nervously. I told them with tears in my eyes that I was fine. At dinner, I told my family that I would not marry Wu Hongbing. The family looked at each other, and my mother reached out and touched my forehead. "You don't have a fever, why are you talking nonsense? Since Hongbing came to the village, you have been following him all day long, help him with farm work, send him eggs, and make shoes and socks for him. You chased him for so long, and made us all blush, and he agreed to you. Now, the wedding things are all bought. You say you don't want to get married," my father said earnestly. "Xinghe, marriage is not a joke, Hongbing is a good boy, we all agree to this marriage. You can't mess around." I pouted and said that Wu Hongbing's attitude towards Sun Xiuyan was abnormal. Everyone in the family laughed, and my father said, "As a man, you will naturally learn to take care of your wife after marriage." I felt sour in my heart, thinking of the sexless marriage of more than 30 years in my previous life, and I couldn't help but feel bitter. Wu Hongbing loved Sun Xiuyan deeply, but he still married me, just treating me as a blood bag. I earned money from farming to pay for his schooling. I also emptied my family savings to raise money for him to buy a house for his company. Later, he wanted to follow Sun Xiuyan's footsteps to study abroad. I really couldn't give him money, so he completely turned cold to me. Thinking of this, I said seriously, "Mom and Dad, really, I won't marry him. I plan to learn some medical skills from the village doctor and work as a nurse in the hospital in the future." After I said that, my parents looked at me steadily and then laughed. My brother patted my head and said, "You have ambition, you work hard, I'm going to sleep." I looked at my brother's back and my eyes were red. In the previous life, my brother and father went to repair the reservoir to help Wu Hongbing raise tuition, but they were smashed into meat patties by rocks rolling down from a high place. When my mother saw the bodies of my father and brother, she fainted and passed away soon. Our family is gone just like that. Wu Hongbing went to school well, but he looked down on me everywhere. The next day when I went to the fields, the aunts in the village all laughed and teased me. "Xinghe, have you set a good date? Your mother said it was this month last time. Why are you still going to the fields? Xinghe, how much dowry did Wu Jiqing give your family? Will his parents come to the wedding?" Listening to the aunts chattering, I interrupted them. "Wu Jiqing and I are not suitable. We are not getting married." Who knew that the aunts laughed even louder? "Is the bride shy? You have been together for so long. What will you do in the future if you don't get married?" Listening to everyone's laughter, my heart sank to the bottom. I, Wu Hongbing, fell in love with him at first sight and responded to his every request. Because of me, he didn't do much farm work in the years he went to the countryside. Half a year ago, I even turned into a warrior and rescued Wu Hongbing from the mouth of a wild boar. He wanted to take the college entrance examination, so I tried my best to find review materials for him. He wanted to read books, so I went to the fields to earn work points for him. Now I don't want to marry Wu Hongbing. No one believes it. Wu Hongbing walked to me with a gloomy face and said to me, "Come with me." I didn't want to pay attention to him at first, but after thinking about it, I followed him to the big tree next to me. Wu Hongbing glared at me fiercely. "Ji Xinghe, stop it." "Okay, I just saved Xiuyan yesterday, and you said you don't want to get married. You can swim, but Xiuyan can't. Can I watch Xiuyan get into trouble? Can you understand something? You also asked your brother to warn me to stay away from Xiuyan. Can you not be so petty, Ji Xinghe? If you continue like this, we will break up. Don't regret it. He looked cold and arrogant, looking down at me. I sneered. We broke up yesterday. Don't come to me if you have nothing to do in the future. When I turned around, I heard Wu Hongbing's roar. Ji Xinghe, there should be a limit to your nonsense. We have been together for so long. If you don't marry me, who else will want you? I turned around angrily. I will never marry anyone in my life, and I will never marry a dirty and shameless person like you again. I heard Sun Xiuyan's timid voice behind me. Sister Xinghe, how can you scold brother Hongbing like this? You are all going to get married. You should respect and love each other. I spit at her. Do you want to be nosy? When we are talking, you have to come over. Do you have to watch us get married and sleep together? Sun Xiuyan was stunned, trembling with anger, and tears flowed silently from her fair face. Wu Hongbing angrily embraced Sun Xiuyan in his arms. Xiuyan, don't be angry. A country girl like her can only make trouble and don't know what mutual respect and love are. Ji Xinghe, I will give you another chance. Apologize to me and Xiuyan immediately, otherwise, I will really break up with you. I looked at the two people calmly and said to the other side of the tree, Mom and Dad, did you see it? Wu Hongbing doesn't care about me at all. I won't be happy if I marry him. My parents came out from behind the tree with sullen faces, glanced at the two people who looked panicked, and pulled me away with a gloomy face. I was secretly happy in my heart. This time, they wouldn't let me marry him. After returning home, my family never mentioned my marriage with Wu Hongbing again. Wu Hongbing was cold and ignored me. I knew that he was going to use cold violence to make me surrender. In the previous life, he often used this trick to deal with me. In this life, I don't care anymore. I thought I had broken up with him completely. Unexpectedly, a few days later, Wu Hongbing came to my house with a group of people holding an admission letter. He raised his head and said to me, I passed the exam for Peking University and Tsinghua University, and I will go to school soon. If you are willing to marry me, you have to prepare quickly, because I will go to school soon. Sun Xiuyan followed him with a smile. Sister Xinghe, I also passed the exam. Don't worry, although you can't go to school, I will help you take care of brother Hongbing. The people in the village echoed happily. They said that my family was really lucky to find such a good son-in-law. They also said that I was rude for refusing to marry Wu Hongbing some time ago. An aunt said, Xinghe, your family should prepare more dowry. If you don't marry him, the top scholar will be snatched away. That's right. I really don't know what Xinghe is making a fuss about. This is the top scholar. If she doesn't marry such a person, who does she want to marry? My father carefully took Wu Hongbing's admission letter and was very happy. Marry right away. Wu Hongjuan's face flashed with a proud look. Uncle, you also saw it. I was admitted to a key and prestigious university. Xinghe is a junior high school graduate. She is not worthy of me, but we have been together for so long, and Xinghe has saved me. I am a scholar and a grateful person. I will not let her down. I still need Xinghe's support to successfully complete my university studies. So can Xinghe's dowry be converted into cash? Listening to him saying the same words as in his previous life, the humiliation and grievances of his previous life resurfaced in his mind. I shouted, I won't marry him. I won't marry him even if I die. My dad was so angry that his forehead was smoking, and he wanted to hit me. Wu Hongbing said contemptuously, Xinghe, stop it. You and I have been dating for so long. If you don't marry me, who else can you marry? Marry me. A tall figure walked in from the door. It was Jiu Seizure. He said to me indifferently, Xinghe, I'm here. It took some time to file the marriage report. I'm late. Now the application has been approved. Shall we go get the certificate now? He was a head taller than me. When he lowered his head to talk to me, his breath enveloped me completely. I felt dry mouth for a moment. I was a little incoherent. Okay, let's go get the marriage certificate now. Wu Hongbing's eyes turned red, and he shouted, Ji Xinghe, who is he? You actually hooked up with other wild men behind my back. Do you care about me? I said seriously. I told you that I have broken up with you. Who I marry is none of your business. Wu Hongbing shouted. I don't agree. Sun Xiuyan frowned. Sister Xinghe, you can't just find someone to make him angry just because you are angry with brother Hongbing. Marriage is a lifelong event, not a joke. You are too ignorant. I sneered. My business is not something that Wu Hongbing can control, and you can't control it even more. Sun Shuyan choked and said nothing. The neighbor aunt said earnestly, Xinghe, who is this? We haven't seen him before. Why are you going to marry him? That's right, Xinghe. This person looks much older than you. It seems that he is also a country bumpkin. What are you thinking? You give up a good top scholar and a top student, and marry a country bumpkin. Wu Hongbing looked at Jiu Sijia with contempt. Xinghe, if you want to make me angry, find someone with better conditions than me. I am going to Tsinghua University and Peking University, and this person is probably not even a formal worker in the city. Moreover, this person is so old. He can almost be your father, and you actually want to marry him. My father and mother also frowned. I stood firmly beside Jiu Sijia, holding his hand. Yes, I want to marry him, even if he is not a college student. Even if he is older than me. So what? He will marry me, and I am the only one in his heart, unlike some people, who say they want to marry me, but have others in their hearts. You are talking nonsense. Sun Shuyan hurriedly defended. In the surprised eyes of everyone, she lowered her head. Brother Hongbing really likes you, otherwise, how could he accept your pursuit? She turned to Jiu Sijia. This big brother, uncle, Xinghe is Brother Hongbing's girlfriend. They are going to get married. It's just that they have had some small conflicts because of me recently. You should go back quickly and don't get involved in this matter. Jiu Sijia ignored her and turned to my dad. Uncle, hello, my name is Jiu Sijia. It's the first time we meet. I'm very presumptuous. This is the gift I prepared for you. He shouted to the outside of the door. Carry it in. 8 young men carried 8 baskets in. The basket was filled with rice, noodles, oily meat, a few chickens and ducks. 6 sets of clothes and other miscellaneous things. When the 8 guys put out the things one by one, the voices of discussion became lower and lower. My mother and my brother hurried back from the field. What's wrong? Why are there so many people? When she saw these things on the ground, she smiled. Hongbing, why did you bring so many things when you came to propose marriage? Didn't you say that your home is far away and your family is burdened, so you didn't prepare a gift? Why did you bring so many things? It's too expensive. Take some back. Wu Hongbing's face flushed red. Someone in the crowd sneered. I quickly pulled Jiu Shijia's hand and said, Mom, this is not brought by Hongbing. This is brought by my boyfriend. My mother asked dully, This, your boyfriend? Your boyfriend is not. Her fingers shuttled back and forth between Jiu Shijia and Wu Hongbing. Sun Shuyan said dissatisfiedly, Sister Xinghe, everyone in the village knows that you are dating Brother Hongbing, but now you want to marry someone else. Aren't you being a hooligan? Wu Hongbing stepped forward and grabbed my wrist tightly. Furious, Ji Xinghe, you are playing with my feelings. I will report you. I was about to struggle. And Wu Hongbing's hand was pulled away by a strong hand. Comrade Ji is not married yet. I have the right to pursue her. Some people who like to watch the fun shouted. A family has a daughter and hundreds of families want her. Wu Jiqing, didn't you say that Xinghe likes you? Then you also propose to her and see who she will marry. Hey, I say, where is this new son-in-law from and what does he do? Jiu Sijia said in a deep voice. Qinghe Village 4th Brigade Group 1, Jiu Sijia, 38 years old this year, unmarried, the only son in the family, both parents, currently at home. What, 38, so old? This is 19 years older than Xinghe. Some villagers talked about it, although the family seems to be quite wealthy and brought so many things to propose marriage. But after all, he is a farmer. How much wealth can he have? Yes, I think Xinghe is a little girl with a brain problem. She gave up a promising college student and chose a peasant. If this were my daughter, I would break her legs. Hearing this, Wu Hongbing tidied his clothes confidently and pushed the notice forward. Xinghe, although I don't have those rich material conditions, I know that only spiritual wealth is real wealth. Xinghe, you are the most suitable revolutionary comrade and marriage partner for me. Please marry me. I will use this marriage notice as a betrothal gift and promise you a happy future. Sun Xiuyan looked deeply moved and applauded. Brother Hongbing said it very well. As long as we are not poor in spirit, we can bloom abundant flowers even in difficult conditions, as she applauded. There was sparse applause. The others were silent and did not speak. I looked at Jiu Sijia, and he simply glanced at me. I don't understand the richness and poverty of the spirit. I only know that marrying a man means having clothes and food. I dare not promise to protect you from the wind and rain for a lifetime. I can only do my best to satisfy your wishes and take care of you and your family, Wu Hongbing said contemptuously. Material, Xinghe is not such a shallow person. I glanced at him. You are wrong. I am such a material person. In my previous life, it was because of these so-called materials that I worked hard for half my life, and in the end he still disliked me because my figure was not slender and charming enough. I lived a sexless marriage with him for more than 30 years. What did I get in the end? If I live again, I would rather choose this burly man who farms at home. At least he knows how to be grateful and is not an ungrateful person. I smiled and said to Jiu Sijia, I am willing to marry you. Let's go get a marriage certificate. My father hurried out to stop me. Ji Xinghe, don't be silly. How long have you known this comrade Jiu? You have to marry him. I counted on my fingers. We have known each other for 10 days and have met 3 times. It's enough. The people around took a breath of cold air. My mother pointed at my forehead and yelled, I don't agree. Ji Xinghe, you are so bold. You dare to marry someone you have met 3 times. I held Jiu Sijia's hand. Yes, some people hit it off at first sight, and I like him. I just want to marry him. Jiu Sijia's serious face showed a faint smile, and he held my hand tightly with his backhand. A heat came from the palm of my hand, and I smelled a faint soapy smell at the tip of my nose. My ears began to heat up. I turned around and saw that the man's wheat-colored face was actually a little flushed. I was more satisfied. Pure old men and so on. I like them the most. Of course, we can't get the marriage certificate today. My parents kept Jiu Sijia and the 8 guys and treated them to a sumptuous meal. My dad said to Jiu Sijia with guilt, you are a very good guy, but my girl, although beautiful, is unstable and does whatever she wants. It's hard to say that she will change her mind tomorrow morning, I said angrily. Dad, how can you belittle your daughter like this? I said, I want to marry him, and I won't change my mind in this life. Jiu Sijia also understood my dad's implication. After dinner, he left something and left. I went to see him off. On the way, he said to me, before you get the marriage certificate, you can regret it at any time. Those things are just a thank you gift for saving me, but after we get married, I hope you can be wholehearted. I smiled and said to him, I won't regret it. Taking advantage of the moonlight, I tiptoed and kissed him gently on the cheek. Jiu Sijia was stunned for a moment. Although the moonlight was weak, I could see that his face quickly turned red. I smiled and looked at him, but he held the back of my head and kissed me deeply. After the kiss, I was panting and dizzy. In my previous life, Wu Hongbing had never kissed me like this. It turns out that kissing tastes so wonderful. Thinking of this, my tears flowed down. Jiu Sijia saw me crying and immediately panicked. What's wrong? I'm sorry. I was too abrupt. I apologize. I pulled him over. It's impolite not to return the favor. After that, I kissed him, feeling the changes in his body. I lowered my head shyly. Jiu Sijia hurried away and said to me before leaving, tomorrow morning, I will pick you up to get the certificate. The next day, as soon as it was dawn, I quietly got up and left the house. There was already a person standing under the tree at the door of the house. He saw me, his eyes sparkling. Have you thought it through? I nodded firmly. We didn't get home until the afternoon, and as soon as we got home, we saw 3 pairs of fiery eyes. My mother took out a feather duster. You troublesome little girl, you disappeared so early in the morning. Where have you been? When they saw Jiu Sijia next to me, their faces became even more unfriendly. My mother said, Comrade Jiu, this is our family matter. Please come back later. I said proudly, since it is a family matter, Comrade Jiu should stay. Look, what is this? When my parents saw the marriage certificate I took out, they were stunned. You got the certificate. How did you get the certificate? You really pissed me off. My mother's feather duster hit me, and Jiu Sijia pulled me away, and the feather duster fell on him. It was time to get off work. The neighbors gathered around to watch the fun again. Why did I hear that you got the marriage certificate? Xinghe, are you really marrying this comrade? I introduced him to everyone with a smile. Uncle and aunt, this Jiu Sijia is my legal husband. I will invite everyone to the wedding banquet someday. Everyone was stunned. You really married this rural man, and don't want Wu Jiqing anymore. An aunt suddenly slapped her thigh and said happily, "Oh, great news, Sui Sui, my daughter. Don't you like Wu Jiqing? Come on, come on." The families with daughters looked at each other and dispersed. In the past, they envied my good vision, and I saw Wu Hongbing as a potential stock and started investing from the beginning. Now, they just think I am blind. Throwing away the pearls in my hands and picking up fish eyes, my parents slumped on the ground. Their eyes were dull. My brother sighed deeply. "Little sister, you must earn work points in the future." Gu Seizure pursed his lips. "Xinghe doesn't have to go to the fields. If she wants, she can follow me to the army." "What? Follow the army?" My parents immediately became excited. Gu Seizure said, "I am a regimental cadre. I have made merit this time, so I should be able to apply for a place to follow the army." "Regimental? What regimental?" Relatives who heard the news of my marriage rushed into my house. When they learned that Gu Seizure was a soldier and a regimental cadre, they were stunned, of course. I was the most shocked person. Why didn't you tell me that you were the head of the regiment? I guessed that you were a soldier, but I didn't expect your position to be so high." Gu Seijure's expression became serious. "You don't like it?" I laughed. "I like it, of course I like it. It was a pleasant surprise." Gu Seizure has been in the military camp for many years and missed the time to get married. There is no neighbor sister by Yueguang at home. She is my most ideal object. My parents were so happy that they pulled Gu Seizure and laughed so hard that they couldn't stop. When they learned that he was going back to his hometown to recuperate, they insisted on taking 2 old hens from home to him. Gu Seizure refused, saying that he was in a hurry to get the marriage certificate today and didn't do the necessary ceremony. Tomorrow, he would bring his parents to discuss the marriage. As they discussed the wedding date getting closer, I didn't show it on my face. But I was very happy in my heart. It turned out that this old man was not as calm as he seemed. In the evening, Wu Hongbing blocked me at the end of the village with red eyes. "Ji Xinghe, how could you do this and play with my feelings? You pursued me first, and then abandoned me. Do you still have a conscience?" I looked at him indifferently. "I pursued you, but you were not attracted to me. You didn't like me. If we were together, we would only become a pair of resentful couples." Wu Hongbing clenched his fists. "Whether I like you or not, I have agreed to marry you. I already regard you as my wife. You are abandoning me after having sex with me. You are cheating." I approached him. "If you agree, I will marry you. You don't even like me. Why do you want to delay my life?" Wu Hongbing, "Do you really want me to tell you your dirty thoughts? You want to marry me because I can help you with farm work, because I can send you meat and eggs, because I obey you in everything. And because you want me to send you tuition and living expenses when you go to college." Wu Hongbing hurriedly denied. "No, I really like you. Xinghe, divorce that big fool. Marry me. I will definitely treat you well," he said and stepped forward to touch me. I raised my hand to slap him, but I saw him fly out like a bag of rice. Gu Seijure's eyes were heavy. "You are a prospective college student. You should know what it is to destroy a military marriage." "Brother Hongbing, how are you?" Sun Xiuyan screamed and ran over to help Wu Hongbing up. I was stunned. When Gu Seizure, "Why are you here?" "Don't believe what he said." "I believe you. You are my wife," Gu Seizure said firmly. Sun Xiuyan helped Wu Hongbing stand up, raised her fair little face, and said in a tender voice, "Even if you are the head of the group, you can't hit people like this." Gu Seizure said seriously, "I am punishing those who are rude to my wife." The faces of the 2 people turned pale. Wu Hongbing and Sun Xiuyan became popular in the village. Unmarried men and women in the village gathered around the two. The two were cautious and guarded against death. But Sun Xiuyan was still pushed into the river. Several men rushed to save her, but in the end, she was saved by the village second-rate guy. He clamored for Sun Xiuyan to marry him. Fortunately, the village leader was fair. After knowing that Sun Xiuyan would rather die than marry the second-rate guy, he asked him not to hit on Sun Xiuyan again. After being educated several times, the second-rate guy finally stopped. But there are still many young men from good families who are very attentive to her. Wu Hongbing was stuffed with handkerchiefs by several girls, and some wanted to set up a trap to force Wu Hongbing to marry. Some people also said that as long as Wu Hongbing married their daughter and had a child, they would pay for him to go to college. for the two of them to get into key universities. The village was very lively every day. Either there were boys fighting or girls pulling hair. Even the village carders were annoyed and asked them to leave and go to school or find someone to marry. When I was thinking about how the two would choose, they got married quickly. Wu Hongbing said to me with a happy face, "Ji Xinghe, I thank you for humiliating me," which made me see my heart clearly. It turns out that the person I have always loved is Xiao Yang. Xiao Yang also loves me deeply. We will be happy together. I just wanted to vomit when I looked at his face. Before they went to school, my wedding with Jiyu Xijia was held. At the wedding, the old couple of the Jiyu family looked at me with a smile. They had been looking forward to Jiyu Xijia getting married for so long that they were almost desperate. Their son got married so soon. Almost everyone in the village came to my wedding, and Wu Hongbing and son Xiuyan also came hand in hand. Looking at our lively wedding, the two people's faces turned black and blue. Wu Hongbing is the second son in the family. He has several younger brothers and sisters. His father is the only worker in the family. The family has no money to pay for his college tuition, let alone a wedding. Because son Xiuyan's family is not of good origin, no one in the family sends her money. All these years, she has been able to live well in the countryside because of Wu Hongbing. This time, I am no longer their blood bag. I want to see if they will still love each other to death and be heartbroken like in the previous life. But I soon lost the energy to pay attention to them. The old man is too energetic. I have backaches every day and can't get out of bed. Half a month later, all the educated youth in the village who were admitted to universities went to school. I ran into Wu Hongbing while strolling in the village. I asked in surprise, "Why are you still here? Why didn't you go to school?" Wu Hongbing's face turned green. The educated youth with him whispered to me that son Xiuyan stole all of Wu Hongbing's money and tickets and went to school in advance. Wu Hongbing had no money to buy a train ticket to school. He borrowed the whole village, and no one was willing to lend him money. He could only stay and continue to work. I boarded the train to follow the army. Jiyu Xijia found a doctor in the military region to be my master and let me learn medical skills from him. 2 years later, I was admitted to medical school through my own efforts. I gave the child to Jiyu Xijia's parents and went to college. When I occasionally went back to the village to see Wu Hongbing, he had completely turned into a farmer. I heard that son Xiuyan came back and divorced him. Wu Hongbing wanted to go to college again, but he couldn't get in. The girls in the village who were very warm to him at the beginning have all married. I breathed a long sigh of relief. It's good. He was able to keep his virginity for son Xiuyan in his last life. He will continue to keep it for her in this life.